What's good, traders? Welcome to another day in the bootcamp. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. If you would like to join my community, make sure you click the link in the description below. Today, guys, we are going to be talking about what to be doing during a trade. A lot of us have a lot of emotions when it comes to trading, and as traders, we need to understand the set protocols when being in a trade, because the markets is going to do whatever it needs to do, right? But it's a battle between your brain and your phone, or the markets and your money, because at the end of the day, it's your money that's going up and down. It's your position, it's your trade. And so we need to build some sort of emotion or some sort of strategy on how we're going to deal with every single trade, because trading gets overwhelming. Trading becomes very, very tiring, very, very boring. And especially when you're on a losing streak, it gets very, very, scared, very, very fearful. And I've gone through that many, many times where I place trades and I end up becoming scared. I end up, fearing on the outcome of every single trade. And so today I really want to focus on helping you guys build that confidence, and not only just building the confidence, but actually guiding you through how your trade should be. Okay. Because even though everyone's trade is different, even though your trade is unique to yourself, everyone has a different trade. No matter how, even if I sold signals to you guys, your trade will be different to my trade because of our mindset, because of our psychology, because, let's say the market's reversing, you might close your trade early, I might not, or I might close my trade early and you might not. So every trade is completely different, very, very unique. However, every trade has a very, very similar outcome. Now, yesterday we spoke about how we have two outcomes, a win or a loss. That's the only two outcomes that we have. Now, for those of you that are waiting for the exit strategy part 2 and part 3, that is coming, don't worry. Just today, I want to just talk about your emotions to how you are and what you should be doing during a trade. So usually, as a beginner trader, most of us go through mixed emotions. We feel either excited, overconfident, or we're scared because our money is on the line. Whatever we risk is on the line, which is totally fine, guys. It's totally fine to feel scared, to feel anxious, to feel excited. That's part of the journey, okay? But we can't let these emotions control us, okay? So when we have all these different emotions, we have these questions. Should I leave the trade? Should I move my stop loss? Should I hold the trade for longer? And so having those questions in your brain, it starts to trigger like the spiral of anxiety, anxiousness. Like, what should I do? The market is going up, the market's close to my TP. Should I close early? Should I hold it? And so these things, that's this battle that's created in your brain, it's destroying your trades. Okay, this is literally destroying it. And I know I'm making it sound so scary, and trading is not that scary, but those emotions can really turn your trading upside down and really get you, really play around with your brain. Because let's just say theoretically you're in a trade, you wanted to hold it, you had a strategy, you had a plan, and you executed, you're now in the trade, and now your brain's making you think, should I move my stop loss? Should I hold my trade? Whatever, whatever. Let's just say your brain says to move the stop loss. You move the stop loss to a larger risk on your capital. What happens? You end up losing the trade. What are you thinking next? You're thinking, what? I should have just never moved my stop loss. I should have closed the trade when I was in profit. I should have done this. I should have done that. And so the should haves start coming in as a rush. It comes in crazily, right? And then we start to have this whole emotion of the market saying, the markets is terrible, I'm a bad trader, and you put yourself down. When reality is one setup, one move, it went bad, you let your emotions control you, and what happens? You end up losing more than you actually risked. And that's what happens on a constant level when you're a beginner, because every one of us, and you also going to be part of this, when you're trading, you believe that you can get to the 1,000, 100,000, 10,000, whatever mark that you believe you can do that as fast as possible. And the faster you try to get to those goals, the further away you get to them goals, right? So how should you be feeling when you're placing a trade? Well, first of all, you should have an it is what it is kind of mindset. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't take that word out, but it is what it is mindset, guys. That's what you should have. Soon as you place that trade, be nonchalant. Who cares what the market does? Doesn't matter what it does. You don't control the markets. You're not telling it to go up. You're not telling it to go down. It is what it is. As soon as you're in, just let the trade play out. There's two outcomes, either winning or losing. If you're scared of the loss, if you're scared that the market might reverse and hit your stop loss, you're risking too much. And I'm going to keep repeating that to you guys until you realize that you're not scared of the markets because of where your stop loss is. You're scared of the markets because you're risking way too much. You're risking something you don't want to lose. You, in your mind, do not want to lose that amount of money that you've risked. So if that's the case, lower your risk. Yes, it's a hard pill to swallow. Yes, it will take longer to get to your goals, but you just got to do that. That's how you get successful. That's how you succeed in the trading game. The markets are going to make you feel like you need to risk more, especially when you're on a winning streak. You're like, you know what? I'm in a winning streak. I'm going to risk more. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to flip this account to $1 million. What happens? The market made you feel that sweetness of the market, and then it becomes really bitter, and you end up losing everything that you created. So having that is what it is mindset will make sure that you don't care what the outcome is. You have set rules and you're going to stick to it. It is what it is. If it's the best setup in the world, it is what it is. If the market reverses on you and hits your stop loss, it doesn't matter because you know how much you were risking and you know how much you could potentially win. And it is what it is. It doesn't matter what happens in this trade. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. That's what you care about, is the fact that you've entered the market and you now are letting the market do its job. Okay. The next thing is don't move your stop loss, guys. Like, amount of times I have to say this, which is shocking, but me personally as well, guys, like, I'm gonna be real with you. I used to move my stop loss all the time. Like, I'm not saying this because I'm Mr. Perfect. I'm saying this because I've gone through it. And the only way I started to learn to become successful, the only way I became successful, right, is when I stopped moving my stop loss. It's the most simplest thing, but all of us throw out the window. We just think that, you know what, the trade is reversing a little bit. It is what it is, though. And then when the price gets close to your stop loss, you're like, I know it's a good setup. I want to hold it. And so because of that, the is what it is mindset goes out the window. And then you are trying to hold this trade, which you know is a losing trade. You're just psyching yourself out, thinking it's going to reverse any second. It's going to hit my take profit. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. And you end up moving that stop loss and you keep moving it till you get an alert on your phone or your email. Margin call. And that's what stops you. If there was no margin call, you would have kept trading. You would have went into debt, because that's the suction of what the market does. It makes you feel like you can do that. And because the market's very smart, guys, like, it lets you adjust your stop loss. If there was an option where you couldn't adjust your stop loss, we would have a lot more successful traders than what we have now. The reason why we don't have successful traders is because a lot of them move their stop loss to an area where they believe that the market will never touch. And then what does it do? It does that anyways. It touches there. You should have left earlier. You should have left 20, 30 pips before. But you ended up losing more because you decided to move that stop loss. And you can't blame the market for that, guys. You can't blame the market because you moved the stop loss and the market should have reversed at that area, but it didn't. Why? Because you guys wanted that to happen, and the market doesn't care about what you want. The market is going to do what it needs to do. And this is actually going to my next point, is just letting the markets just do its job. You left your job to not work, extremely hard, right? You left your job. If you're working a 9 to 5 and you want to be a day trader, you left your job to be a trader. You stopped going to school because you want to be a trader, right? Most of you who are in school, in a job, you're planning to leave that whatever situation to become a day trader, right? Well, let the markets do its job. It's not your duty to be staring at the markets. It's not your duty to, predict the movements of the market. You just follow along what the market does. You just ride with whatever wave the market is doing at the moment. You don't physically move every candlestick. You don't do that. So stop staring at the market, because you looking at the market is not going to change anything, guys. And it's, I've gone through it. I've stared at markets. I've looked at the markets. Literally, I've looked at the markets blow my money. And it sounds funny now, but at that moment of time, I'm stressing, I'm sweating, my heart's racing. I'm like, no, 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 this trade's gonna reverse. We're gonna reverse. All it did was hit my stop loss. To save that psychological effects, just don't look at the markets. Like, literally, place a trade, let the markets do its thing. You don't need to look. Okay. Now, just because I said you don't need to look doesn't mean you don't monitor your trades. Obviously, monitor your trades, but you can set alerts to your trades. Like on TradingView, we have an alert system. Yeah. And so you need to set alerts to your trades. You can't just, the alerts are your best friend. They are the friend that will notify you when the market's at a certain level. So if there's anywhere in the markets where you think that, okay, if the market gets here, I should look at the markets, set an alert. And if you don't have those areas, you need to find those areas where, okay, if price, let's say for example, I went for a sell here, which would have been a very good sell, right? Let's say I just put a sell here, right? 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. I would have put an alert just above these highs, because it would signify to me, like, okay, price is creating new highs, be careful, right? And also, I'll probably keep another alert just below this low to let me know that, okay, like maybe just below, like maybe down below this 2700 and below this liquidity level, just to let me know that, okay, we're going in a good direction. So it gives me insights to the market without looking at the market, without feeling that psychology within the market. Okay. And the last thing you should be feeling, and the last thing you should think about is, this is your plan, this is your outcome. Okay. You planned this trade. You clicked buy or sell. You put in the risk in this trade. You've put that lot size, you plugged it in, you've put the stop loss, you put the take profit. Now you have to wait for the outcome. That's what it is. It can take you 10 minutes. It can take you 1 hour. It can take you a day. Doesn't matter. You wait for the outcome. That's how it works. You don't place a trade, place the risk, place whatever it is that you have to do, and then you stare and stare and stare and stare and just do nothing. Like, literally, guys, when you're staring at the market, if someone else was watching you, you're literally doing nothing. This is all you're doing. You're just looking at this. Like, literally, that's all you're doing. Like, you're doing that, and inside your brain, you're battling these thoughts, and you're now becoming mixed emotions. You're now becoming the trader that you shouldn't become. Thinking, going crazy, trying to, maybe I might close a trade. It looks like it's reversing. I might close a trade and then and place another trade on the opposite direction. Like, we've all gone through it. But what differs you from beginners to actually being successful is not letting those emotions get to you. Literally, that's it. If price is near your take profit, hold it. If price is near your stop loss, hold it, right? It is what it is. And so a lot of us believe that we can, if we stare at the markets, maybe we might be able to catch ourselves out, but that never happens anyways. That literally never happens, because price will literally create, let's say it was going in the other direction, price will create, new structure, and you'll be staring at it. You'll be staring at it while it hits your stop loss. So what is the point of looking at the markets? What is the point? Do something else. Like, literally, if it means you educate yourself, you learn, you watch these bootcamp videos, you join my community, communicate with other traders. Like, doing that will help you as a trader. Now, the next question that I get all the time is, okay, Moby, like, you're talking about all of this, emotions and all this. How do you overcome the fear? How do you overcome being scared of taking trades? Because that's what we get after hitting losses or after winning. Doesn't matter what it is, you end up getting scared of placing trades. Well, my clear answer is just keep placing trades. Keep doing the same thing that you're scared of to become confident in it. Now, I'm not saying go overboard and start placing millions of trades. What I'm saying is every single day, turn up. Doesn't matter if it's going to hit a loss. Doesn't matter if it's going to hit a win. You just got to turn up. As long as you stick to your strategy, you're going to be profitable. I'll show my Discord server members, I was showing them that even with a 25% win rate, you could still be profitable. I think it was like, 25% was at break even, okay? You can still be profitable with that kind of win rate as long as you follow the rules. Obviously, this was based on my rules, so that's how it is. But if you have rules, you can figure out, doing the maths, you can find out what is the win rate that you need to be profitable. What is the win rate to be break even? What is the win rate to start losing, to be a losing trader? Doing that is going to help you build confidence. And the only way you can do that is having data, journaling, understanding that what is every single trade giving me? What outcome was it? Am I good at trading? What is going on? You guys are scared, not because of the markets. You guys are scared because you haven't journaled, you have no data, and you think you're a good trader, but you're not. You're not a good trader because you haven't traded. And I literally say this all the time. Guys, I get so many messages saying, I want to lose, I want to, not work anymore. I want to stop going to school and I want to pursue my training journey. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay. Have you got data to prove that? Have you got a journal? No. There we go. You want to be a successful trader. You want to be confident in your trades, but you have no data. How? How are you going to do that? How are you going to prove to yourself, right? When you're scared of something, is because in here, your body knows, in here, you know that you're not good. You're not good enough. And the only way you can control this is by writing down the data and seeing. It's harsh, it's scary, but you got to do it. Yes, you might have 10 losses, but you never know. You might have 5 wins and you're profitable. It is what it is. So, to build the confidence, the only way you can do that is by keep trading and journaling and creating data. The only reason why you're scared is because deep down you're not a profitable trader. And I know it seems harsh, and I know I'm meant to be motivating you guys, but that's the reality, guys. I can't be flowering you with saying that you're the best trader in the world, when in reality, you have no data to prove that. You have not been journaling. You've only placed 10 trades and you think you're an expert. Well, guess what, guys? You're nowhere near an expert, right? I've told myself the only way, and I think, I can't remember where I heard this, but you have to do something 1,000 times to be an expert at something. In my space of 5 years of trading, that's probably around, I don't know, 300 days of trading, excluding the weekends. 300 times 5 is around what, 1,500. 1,500 days of trading. I think I have done way more than 1,000 days of trading. I think I've traded, because sometimes I trade more than once in a single day. So I think I've traded around maybe, 5,000-6,000 times, because that's just how my journey's gone. And the reason why I know this is because I have like a whole list of data from 2021, because I didn't journal when I started my journey. So those trades don't count. So technically, my journey actually started at 2021, even though I started, I think it was 2020, or yeah, 2019 I started, when I was like 18 years old, right? Just turned 18, but I was 17 when I actually got introduced to trading. And so I don't have data then, but I don't count myself as a trader then. Why? Because I was learning, I was educating. Okay, you don't go to university and while you're learning, you say, I'm a doctor, right? Let's say I was getting a doctor degree, right? I don't go to university and tell everyone, oh, I'm a doctor. No, you're learning, you're educating. The only time you're a doctor is when you go into your role and you start getting them pay slips and you start, getting them clients or their patients and you start working on them. That's the only time you become a doctor. So before you call yourself a trader, create some data. I don't care if it's 3 months, 1 month, 1 week, doesn't matter. Just create some data. I would say the sweet spot for data is around 3 months. 3 months is pretty good because you have enough to tell yourself if you're profitable or not and whether you should continue trading. Because 3 months is around 90 days, almost 100 trades, almost, right? And I think that 3 months is enough because that's a quarter of a year and you still haven't wasted a year. If you're unprofitable, you still have 3 more quarters of a year to become profitable or to become better. You can work on the things that you realize that you're not good at. For example, entries, exits, your position size, your risk management, your psychology during a trade, for example, this video. And so you can like leverage off that. And I think you'll be a better trader if you just did 3 months of solid journaling and really understanding whether you are a profitable trader or not. I think that would be really, really great. And if you guys are lazy, well, trust me, guys, you don't even need to write anything. You can connect your account to MyFXBook and let MyFXBook do everything. And all you have to do is just keep reviewing it every week to see if you're profitable or not. Literally, the laziest person can trade because you don't need to journal. I would say though, creating a spreadsheet and just tracking all your trades by yourself as well, because that just makes you a better trader. Don't be lazy when it comes to you being an entrepreneur, you being, the ultimate trader, you trying to be the best trader in the world. Don't be lazy for that. Okay. So, yeah, building confidence, I would say, spending time on your skill to build the confidence, placing as many trades as you can, and also just doing it. Like, just do it. It is what it is. Even if after 3 months, if you realize that, okay, trading's not for me, I'm not profitable, or you realize that trading is for you, but you're just not profitable and you need to keep learning, within those 3 months, you've learned your lesson because you have data, and hold that account for 3 months at least, minimum. I think that's what you should aim for at least. Okay. So I'm just gonna throw out some key notes for you guys before we end this video. Number one, and I have a few notes on my laptop, which I'm just going to explain to you guys. Number one is don't be overconfident. Like, don't let your ego get in the way of your trades. Like, literally, if you've had a target and price smash that target and it's continuing, take your trades, be humble, is what it is, because that's your strategy is not to hold. Unless that is your strategy, then you obviously do something else. But guys, like, if your strategy is to, have a 1-to-3 risk to ratio, keep it. If you get a 1-to-4, amazing. If you get a 1-to-5, amazing. But try and stay consistent with the 1-to-3, because if you go for 1-to-3 and then next trade you go for 1-to-5, which is amazing, and then the next trade you go for 1-to-2 or 1-to-1, is like, why did you drop? So have that like system where you have a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio every single trade. So don't be overconfident with your trades. Try and have no emotion at all when it comes to trading. I know it's going to be difficult because at start you have so much emotion because it's your money, but you'll realize sooner or later that, yeah, it's your money, it is what it is, but you need to kind of lose that detachment from your money. And trading is going to be, the biggest wake up call for you when it comes to you and your money, your relationship with your money, because you're going to realize that money, you might like your money as much as possible, but the markets will suck that up. And then you're like, with no money, because the market's taking it, and you're now looking at your bank account like, what went wrong? Well, you went wrong, right? So don't be overconfident. And next keynote is, don't adjust your stop loss. No matter how much I say it, you're still going to do it. But remember, my voice is telling you, don't adjust your stop loss. If you placed your stop loss at a certain area, that means something. That means a lot of value, okay? Because you wouldn't have placed it there if you didn't want it to go there. And so, if price is reversing on you, hold it. Don't move your stop loss. It is what it is if it hits your stop loss. I've had trades literally go as close to my stop, like few pips away from my stop loss, with good spreads, and it reversed and hit my take profit. Like, and if I moved my stop loss, or I closed it early or whatever it is, I would have lost out. I literally would have lost out. So don't move your stop loss unless you're breaking even or whatever it is, but that's for another video. Don't move your stop loss, and don't don't like close your trades early because you're scared, like because of emotion. Unless it's structure, then okay, but don't do it because of emotions. And lastly, keep your eyes off the chart unless you're monitoring a trade, but don't stare at the markets because you're saying, I'm monitoring my trades. Look, guys, you're gonna look like an idiot staring at the markets, watching it do. You're not only gonna look like an idiot, you're gonna feel like one too. Especially when market's going in the other direction. When it's going in your direction, you're calm, you're content, you're fine, you can do whatever you want. As soon as it's going the other direction, like staring at it, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Da, 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 da. It's like, relax. It is what it is. Move on. Literally, like, move on. It is what it is. You hop on the wave. If the wave doesn't catch you, it is what it is. You go for the next wave. It's simple as that. Okay. And so your trading journey is literally like a surfer, if I think about it, right? You try go on the wave. Not every wave is going to be the best wave. And you keep moving on until you find the best wave. And then you get that iconic moment. And then it is what it is. You keep going and you keep doing it again and again. And that process is just going to keep going. It's going to go for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, until you become financially free. Okay, guys? So, guys, that's pretty much it for today. I'm not going to say you any homework because I feel like you just gotta trade. Like, you just got to do it to get to this level where you don't feel scared, you don't feel this emotion. So you just gotta keep trading. I'm not gonna set you any homework, but doesn't mean that you just watch this video and you just go about your life again. Like, that's not what you're meant to do. I'm not doing this boot camp for you to just watch. I want you to keep watching. I want you to, like, until you've mastered having no emotions in your trades, keep watching this video until you have mastered and until you have realized what I've said. Because most of you probably don't even realize what I'm saying right now because you haven't placed your first trade. But after your 100th trade, you'll realize, okay, and then you will watch this video again, write some notes, and then become a better trader. So don't just watch this video and think you're gonna instantly become a better trader because you watched it once. You're gonna have to watch this like a gazillion times. It is what it is. Just do it though, right? It's part of the process. You're gonna have to do it. Okay. Save this video for later. I'm making a playlist for you guys. So this boot camp is also going to be in a playlist. You can literally click play and it will keep running the videos. So you can keep watching it. Keep watching it and become a better trader. But that's it for today, guys. I think I've mentioned every single point when it comes to what to do during a trade. And tomorrow we're gonna go back to the exit strategy. What I was meant to do, I can't lie to you guys, is I was meant to do this video before yesterday, but I literally I don't know why I skipped this video, so that's why I'm doing this today. But yeah, so please make sure you build that confidence, and then tomorrow we are going to do the exit strategy part 2, which is going to be amazing because that's where we really deep down. And then part 3, guys, is like you are going to be undefeatable in the market. Like, oh my god, like, guys, I don't know how you guys are going to be astonished with what I'm about to tell you guys, but I'm going to leave it for part 2 and part 3. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. See you later, guys.